In math, an inflection point is the point of a curve at which a change in direction of curvature occurs. In Frisbee, the inflection point is the moment that an offender's momentum shifts and what turns normal running into a real cut. In this clip, the BYU defender slowly backs up while keeping an athletic stance before shifting all their weight at one point to the back leg and cutting hard under. This is an example of an inflection point cut. We can immediately tell that someone is making an inflection point cut because both their legs will be flexed in an athletic position and one foot will be significantly outside the body. In order to make an inflection point, we load one foot outside the body and cut hard, either parallel or perpendicular to our defender. Although I will say that cutting perpendicular with this cut is best because it allows you to keep almost all of your momentum while still getting quite a bit of separation between you and your defender. Wide receivers in the NFL do this literally all the time. You can watch any of their drills and see this at the highest level. In Frisbee, we have about 1 second to show the thrower that we're open, and we do this by creating as much space between the defender and us as possible, but also by running in exactly one direction so our thrower knows where we're cutting. Ideally, a cutter should only be cutting in straight lines. There are definitely exceptions, especially in the handler space, but by and large, if we want to get the disc thrown to us as a cutter, a straight line is much more ideal. You will not see a single good cutter not utilize this technique. It is possibly the single biggest technique that defines a good cutter from a bad one. We can combine what we learned about momentum last time to create even more space with our defender. Some of the best people on the team that already do this are Andrew and Steven. And fun fact, this is why jump cuts work so well. It combines both momentum in our defender with an inflection point and exploding off of our outside foot. Okay, let's see how this would work in game. So in this example, this is truck stop vert offense that we usually run. And usually when we run this person is hot. The one in the stack is usually who we're looking to first. So what a cut with the inflection point might look like is cutting down right here and then making a hard inflection point here and coming across. And if you pretend you're this one defender, if you pretend you're the one in the stack right now and you cut this way, the way you make an inflection point is a hard step with your right foot out here to go this way. Generally use the opposite foot when making an inflection point. Let's pretend that this person gets it on a skinny and the disc is thrown to them and they're in power position right here. In that case, what we've talked about is that this person is hot now. This person needs to make a move, the 5 in the stack. And what I would recommend, what I see a lot of people do, is they either immediately cut down or they immediately cut deep, both of which in my opinion are bad. Sometimes the deep option is good based on your defender, but they both kind of suck for getting open. What instead you want to do is, as you're seeing the skinny go off, like as you see this guy run, you want to push your defender to create momentum by going like horizontal. And then your defender will inevitably either choose to guard a direction, either guard the under, the over, or they'll be right in the middle. If they guard the under, then you go deep. If they guard the over, then you go over here, you make an inflection point with your left foot, and you go under. If they are in the middle, then you push off. This is kind of you can go either way. Generally, if they're in the middle and your offense has clear power position, then you go deep. You make a cut like this. You make a hard step with your right foot right here, right at your, this is your defender, right at your defender's shoulder, and then you cut deep. That way, this person has all of this area to throw it into. So yeah, that's how you would use the inflection point in game. The one can also do like a few others where like they go over here and then like cut down. Basically, anytime like you see something like this, that's an inflection point. Like that's a cut we want to make. Very, very rarely do you see a cut where it's just like, we just need to like go in a direction. Like I would generally consider this to be a bad cut unless your defender is giving you a lot of space, or you like are just like that fast, or the game plan is already that. Because if you just make one move and you don't create any space or momentum with your defender, then your defender also can just go to that space, easily defended. Yeah, so that's why inflection points are so worthwhile as a cutter to make.